Yo, 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 what up, world? What up, fight fam? It's your boy Matt with Stay Ready Boxing TV coming at you with another one and some news you can use on this good boxing conversation. And you know, I got the usual suspects with me in 503 Line and Fool of Sports. What's up with it, fellas?
In take care mode now, man.
What's up with it? Shakita, she said, I can't get on. Give me a few minutes to get home. Bet. All right, Shakita. You know, we waiting on you. What's up, main event? Mark. Salute to you, my brother. Uh, man, we got some boxing stuff we're going to get into. Uh, and the five people that's watching already, man, y'all make sure y'all smash the like button for your boy. But the reason the name of the title was being held accountable for your past is because I got a question for everybody, the chat, the panel, and I'm seeing so much going on in society right now. It's irritating, and I'm sick of the sensitivity. But I just want to ask: should we hold celebrities, uh, boxers, actors, rappers, singers, uh, Congress to a higher standard than we hold ourselves?
No.
And I'm gonna address what I really mean by that. Because
What
when
up,
I
stay
say,
ready?
what's up with it, CB? Well, appreciate you for jumping in the chat.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
And what's up with Elias Dawkins? P in the building. But when I say, should we hold them to a higher standard? Is what I mean is we so quick to down somebody for something they done in their past. I'm talking about for any little thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all right now. For one, I am not a Kevin Hart fan. He is not funny to me.
He's not.
But for anybody to sit there and to try to make him apologize for something he did 7 years ago, if you think that man is still the same person he was 7 years ago, then you's a fool. But why should he apologize for something that he did way back then that wasn't of consequence at that time? Can
Oh man,
can anybody explain that to me?
hey, stay ready. My whole
Yeah.
thing is this. If Kevin Hart even apologized for something he said 7 years ago, he's the goddamn fool. I wouldn't apologize for shit. I'd be like, I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. If the fad community don't like it, fuck them.
Well, hey, don't
Real
say that
motherfucking talk.
word. I know, don't
Okay,
say that word though.
well
Yeah,
the
but
LG
I know.
well the
Yeah, I know what you
LGBT
meant.
community if the LGBT community don't like it, fuck them. Who
Yeah,
cares?
and I feel that. I'm not taking nothing away from it because you know my stepbrother's gay, so my brother gay. What he
You know.
do is his business.
Thank
It
you.
don't bother me. It don't bother me because I know I'm not. I love women.
But they can't get mad at, but they can't, the people can't get mad because, he said how he really felt. Ain't nobody
Yeah,
finna,
because
ain't nobody finna walk on,
eggshell.
walk on eggshells, for the whole simple fact of, oh, well, you're offending them. Hell, black people been getting offended since they brought our ass over here. So what's your point?
And that's another point of mine. But it's crazy because the world is so sensitive nowadays that can't nobody say something. Like that hater dude that play baseball. He made some racist comments back when he was 13, 14 years old. He a grown ass man now. And
Yeah.
he plays with black people. Now, was he wrong for making them comments? Hell yeah. But could he have changed between the time he was 14 and now? Hell yeah. You know how many motherfuckers I know that I used to get into fights with for making racist comments when we was in high school and we actually cool now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't actually got into fights with people back when I was in high school for making racist comments. I'm talking about them beat up badly, jacked up on the locker room, slammed their head between the lockers. I got put in sack for beating them up in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? But they cool now. They don't even feel the same way that they did back then.
Right.
So you don't know what can make a person change, when they changed or nothing. But for the fact that y'all want to make somebody apologize for something that they did years and years and years ago, is way too sensitive for me.
It
R.
is.
Kelly, that's a different subject because R. Kelly's still doing the same shit that he did 7 years ago now. He doing the same shit he did 20 years ago now. So I don't have no sympathy for him.
My
And he's
thing
not
is,
the
I'm
one putting it in the
I'm
public.
I'm I'm gonna tell you like this with R. Kelly. I'm from Chicago, okay? So
Yeah,
I have firsthand experience. Let me tell you something, okay? All them little young hoes, a lot of them little girls, their parents was pimping them out, okay?
I believe it.
Anybody that's everybody knew how R. Kelly was. He's not the only man. I know he gets, you know what I'm saying, the fact because, he's very famous. He's a global entertainer. And I understand that. But let me tell you something, man. When I was in high school back in the 90s, in the mid 90s, man, them little young girls I'm talking about when not in our high school, when I talk to us, you know what I'm saying, the guys our age, they would mess with 18, 19, 21, 24-year-old dudes, you know what I'm saying? They had box Chevys on 24s and slam in it and had a pocket full of money, you know what I'm saying? And, selling dope and all that. So that's what they want, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't condone what R. Kelly did because, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I saw that tape. That man's a pedophile, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But the same token, for all these women want to be like the little boy that cried wolf now, like, and even his wife, Drea Kelly, like, she was on his show talking about how good he was. Now all of a sudden you boo-hoo crying. Like, how much money they pay you to put this job on? That's what I want to know. See, I'm gonna come out and say it. That's what it is, because that's what it really is. Okay, how much they paying you? What they line your pockets with? You know what I'm saying? That's what you're not going. That's what she's not saying. And if he was doing that, you knew about it. Why'd you stay married to that man for that long? Then what does that say about you? If you knew he was doing this and you still stayed married to that man, you're just as guilty as he is, because guess what? You didn't try to turn him in or nothing like that. She's at fault too. But these other young girls, like, 17, 18 years old, like he's messing with and all that, like 17-year-olds and all that, they parents were pimping them out. Their parents did that purposely. All right, I kill like young girls. Well, go ahead, you know what I'm saying? And then when it don't go your way, things not going your way. Oh, well, then guess what? Now let's say, oh, he did this and that to me. And that is it's a scam that they try to do. Not saying that they're not traumatized by it. The kids are probably traumatized by it, but the parents, you know what I'm saying, playing that role is not. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Another thing, furthermore, is what about all these other pedophile ass white dudes? You know what I'm saying?
Well, see,
Don't
I'm
hear
gonna
nothing
tell
about
you.
them. Look at Hugh Hefner was a major pervert for years.
Here, I can tell you something right now. I get what you're saying. I'm gonna tell you this. Let me. I'm not expunging the parents. I'm not expunging them little girls either. But at the same time, you as a grown man know better.
Oh, absolutely, he does. But the
So I'm
same
gonna say
but the
this.
same token though, I put it more on the parents because they pimped their
I'm
kids out.
not.
They knew how R. Kelly was.
I'm not. I don't give a fuck. They all piece of shit to me. And R. Kelly deserved to die, and that's how I feel. You
Oh,
know why?
absolutely.
Because for you to be a grown ass man, I don't give a damn. You's a grown ass man. It's no reason no teenage girl should attract you.
Not period.
Period. Now I'm not saying that you don't got some of these little teenage girls that don't look grown like a grown ass woman, but for the simple fact you know they're a teenage girl, that right there should be a major turnoff for any reason.
Thank you.
This motherfucker could look like she 30 and she tell me she's 16. I off top just feel disgusted for even attempting to talk to her and walks the fuck away.
Thank you. Exactly. And
That
that's
should be in any man's head. I don't give a fuck. Me personally, that goes for all the drug dealers back in the day and anybody. I don't care. Anybody at all, anybody that did any kind of child molestation, any kind of rape, any of that is out of line and deserve to die in my eye. Now I'm
oh
gonna
hell
give you the
yeah.
exception, but I will say this: I do have an exception to the rule, and this is exactly what I mean by exception to the rule. Age matters. Age do matter because my stepbrother, not my stepbrother, my god brother went to the penitentiary for this. He was 18 talking to a 16-year-old. They're both in high school, and
Right.
and because the parents didn't like him dating their daughter, they pressed charges on him, and he went to the pen. 2 years. That right there is out of line to me.
Yeah, it is.
I
And
got,
then now he has to they ruined his life pretty much because now he
yeah,
gets arrested as a sex offender.
yeah, he is. But
Yeah.
now he actually doing good now because he actually about to be in a Tyler Perry play.
Oh, well,
So
that's
he's
what's up,
doing
man.
good for himself. He acting and shit now. So I salute my god brother, man. Shout out to you. Another one. I got a homeboy right now. they end up having to drop the charges, but he was 17 talking to a 16 or 15-year-old. But at the time, he got a lawyer, and the lawyer, I don't know what the lawyer did, but the lawyer got all the charges dropped. They still end up kicking him out of school. He had to go to another school to graduate. But shit like that can happen. I know that and the main reason that happened is because he was black talking to a white girl. But yeah, and that's in the South, so we know the deal with that. But all that right there is trash to me, and I don't care color of skin and none of that. Wrong is wrong, and people got to understand that. At the end of the day, I know we want to talk about R. Kelly. Well, R. Kelly ain't nothing compared to Elvis or this. I don't give a damn. They all wrong. Wrong is wrong. Whether it's Elvis, I don't give a damn if the motherfucker is Barack Obama. Wrong is motherfucking wrong. And if Barack was out here molesting kids, and y'all know how I feel, what I just said about R. Kelly is the same for him.
Oh yeah, that's just that's wrong on all levels. You know what I'm saying? It is.
It could be Bill Clinton. It could be our favorite white man. I don't care. They all deserve the same fate in my eyes. I don't like child molesters.
Something is wrong with you.
Yeah, I don't like child molesters and none of that. But the main point of this is that is how sensitive this world is right now. And it's so sensitive that for the simple fact that, like with what R. Kelly doing, you still got people out here defending this dude. And that shit is too sensitive. How are you defending somebody that fucked up? You got Kevin Hart. You got Josh Hader. You got all these people. That, who else? I seen somebody going out for some comments they made. But everybody's quick to mute somebody or to push somebody, or we not supporting this person and this person. But you got people that generally did something years ago that y'all can't forgive, but you got people that's doing shit now. Y'all was quick to take up for what's the little dude name with the hair? XX but he beat up his girlfriend, beat the shit out of her to where she lost the baby. But y'all was ready to defend this dude to the end. Like, I don't understand this sensitive world right now, and it really irritates my soul. What is y'all take on it? Not just UCB. I know we. What is your take on it, Ruff? Box.
Yo, my bad. I was on mute, bro. I was on mute. I agree. I agree with what you said. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm really, really in the mind of CB, bro. You know what? As a parent, it is your responsibility. You know what I'm saying? It is your responsibility to be active and engaged in your child. That means who they hang around, where they go. Now, I understand I was a kid, and I know kids are going to sometimes sneak off and do stuff that their parents don't know about. But for the most part, if you are actively engaged in your child's life, you know what I'm saying? You got a pretty good idea when she leave here, you know what I'm saying? She's supposed to be over Jenny house, you know what I'm saying? Doing a class project. When she leave here, she's supposed to be over you know what I'm saying, over Miss Margarita house, you know, the usher leader at the church. They doing something over there. Whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be at the skating ring. They're supposed to be at the mall, wherever. But these the majority of these parents knew that there was a grown man actively trying to pursue their child, daughter, granddaughter, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of stood by with their arms folded to the side, like, oh, that's R. Kelly. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's like if there's a dog in the yard and the dog has bitten everybody that's gone in the yard and the fence is open, I'm not gonna sit there and watch my child walk in the yard with the dog. The dog gonna do what the dog gonna do. R. Kelly is a scumbag. Scumbag gonna do what a scumbag gonna do. But it's on the parent. It is on the parent to protect your child as much as you possibly can. If that meant running up on the porch, because R. Kelly was coming to some of these kids' house, you know what I'm saying? talking to they mamas and grandmamas and this. If that meant you met that nigga on the porch with a rolling pin, then that's what it was. But you take an active part in the protection of your child. So, you know what? He's a scumbag. He deserves everything you said, bruh. But I don't think we're emphasizing the neglect on the part of the adults and the guardians in these kids' lives. You know what I'm saying, bruh? My sole mission in life is to make sure that my children are good and then my wife is good. But my children, that's the main thing, because if something happened to me, my wife can fend for herself. She can get out, do whatever she got to do, make it to survive. Those kids cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? There's people in this world that are predators that are preying on these kids every day. You know what I'm saying? And as their father, it is my sole mission in life to make sure that they make it through this thing, you know what I'm saying, as unscathed as they can be, bro. So I don't think there's enough emphasis on the parents and the guardians turning a blind eye or giving a head nod and a wink, you know what I'm saying, to what was going on, because they knew. So that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, I'm not taking, like I said, I'm not taking no onus off the parents. Damn, what the fuck was that?
Oh my fuck. Yo, that's me, man. I'm still at work. I'm wrapping up a package I gotta drop
Yeah,
off
I'm
at
gonna say
FedEx.
that sound like you taping the box. I know that sound.
Hey
But yeah.
man, let me cook on this situation, man.
All right, cook, bro.
All right, bro. Look, this the deal right here, man. Everybody gonna have their own opinion about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Their own looks and morals about it. But the fact of the matter is, it come down to the scumbag, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Now, I grew up right across the street from a high school, and my daddy and his partners, you know what I'm saying, they would look at the girls. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody got temptation in them. Now, what you do with that temptation is on you. You know what I'm saying?
Church.
At the end of the day, you have to make that decision about what you're gonna do. See, I'm from Texas, homie. I'm from the game. You know what I'm saying? It's 16-year-old girls out here looking like they 25, 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? Now you might look and say, damn, she look good. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to go up to the girl and pursue her, and knowing from the look of her face that she 16, 15, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. You know what I'm saying? And the parenting is at an all-time low, man. I go outside my apartment complex right now, bro. I kid you not. It's gonna be a little girl walking around here with an ass out, weave, nails, lashes, all that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's a 50-50 thing, bro. It's on the scumbag and it's on these kids too. You know what I'm saying? And the parents. It's like a catch-22. It go both ways.
Church.
Everybody has to take blame. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the R. Kelly situation. We all knew what R. Kelly was. I seen the DVD. You know what I'm saying? I seen the movie. My pops was the movie man. He had everything from pornos to the latest whatever. He had it. You know what I'm saying? So I seen the shit. He was. I never did fuck with R. Kelly after that. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting some milk.
That was me. My bad.
I just think, man, me personally, dog, I just think it's a catch-22, man. It goes both ways, dog, because like I say, man, my motherfucking my daddy partners, man, they would get binoculars and look at the girls walking home from school, bro. Like literally. And I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel know what I'm talking about. You outside, you know what I'm saying, chilling. It might be 4, 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? The kids getting out of school, high school or whatever. I lived across the street from high school, Cashman High School. Stay ready, know what I'm talking about. In Trinity Garden. You know what I'm saying? it would be boatloads of bitches walking from school. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers would see that. Motherfuckers would look. You riding down the street in your car. You know what I'm saying? You gonna look. I was just talking to Mac. You know what I'm saying? He was outside looking at something. It's just the
Yeah, I was. Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you.
it was just see what I'm saying? It's just a temptation.
Not
But
young. They wasn't young though, but these motherfuckers, I know they wasn't young. They
I
was
mean, I'm just
alive.
saying though,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah, but yeah, when you soon as you said Cashmere, I already knew because that's a whole neighborhood right there. When I used to we used to drive by Cashmere in high school, bro. I used to see them old heads sitting outside. You could hear them cat calling to some of the chicks.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying though, bro. It's all about what you do with the temptation. I can go outside right now and shit, walk around the corner, go to the store. You gonna see something, bro. It's just about what you do when you see what you see. You know what
Real
I'm saying?
talk.
At the end of the day, you gotta look at it both ways, bro. Cause I got a daughter. My daughter is 4 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like Roughhouse said, bro. You have to take into responsibility where your child is at. That's if you gonna see me when my daughter get of age. I'm tracking everything. I'm tracking the phone. I'm gonna put a tracker in your car. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna FaceTime you. I'm gonna text you. I'm doing everything. Now with my son, I'm not gonna do all that. You know what I'm saying? If he not responsible enough to make his decisions as a young man, he have to learn from his mistakes, and that's just how men learn.
But see, I'm gonna be real honest with you, bro. I'm gonna
What?
track. I ain't got no kids, but if I had a son, I'm gonna track him too, and I'm gonna tell you why. I don't. I don't. We're living in a different time
Right.
than the time that I grew up in the '80s, the time that you grew up in the '90s, and hell, I was still growing up in the '90s, and even the early 2000s. See, now you have to worry about uh, boys getting molested too and raped. Because I used to work with this big. It's this dude I used to work with, bro. And he was gay. I'm talking about flamboyant gay, but the motherfucker was huge. 300 pounds, muscle. Was an offensive lineman, and I think he was offensive lineman for, was it Southern? Matter of fact, it was Louisiana Southern. Big dude was looking at to go pro. Can't remember his name to save my life right now, but he was gay. He went to the pen, and I'm sitting there talking to somebody at work, like, man, what the fuck did he go to the pen for and fuck his career out? Molesting little boys. And just imagine that. That was back in the early 2000s. Imagine what they dealing with now. It's little boys getting molested we don't know nothing about because they get molested at church. Hell, look, what's the motherfucking Atlanta Bishop? I got 5 rocks and I ain't thrown one yet. What's his name? Everybody
Who
muted. Don't nobody.
you talking about Bishop Eddie Long?
Yeah, Eddie Long. He was molesting little boys.
Yep.
You could tell he was a super homosexual.
Yeah. So you got all these. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I know as a parent, bro. I understand y'all plight. I don't have any kids, but I got. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm more protective than my brothers and sisters are of their kids because I'm that. Each one of y'all got that one family member you can call right now that's ready to shoot up some shit or go beat somebody up for y'all. Am I lying?
Real
Real
talk.
shit.
Okay, guess who that family member is in my family?
Who that?
That's you.
You talking to him?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not even joking. I'm that one, especially when it comes to my nieces and nephews.
Real talk.
I really go idiot.
No, I definitely
So
Hey,
let
understand
so
that.
hey,
so let one of them, especially like my niece. Let my niece call me and told me even somebody touched her arm the wrong way. I'm gonna go break theirs. Let my nephew call me and told me I don't give a damn if it's a bitch. Let my nephew call me and tell me a female touched him the wrong way. I'm finna go break her fucking nose. I don't care. When it comes to my them kids, I don't care. Don't care gender. I don't care age. You can be 80 years old. I will break your fucking neck because I don't give a shit. That's exactly how I feel about this whole situation. And yeah, the parents at the end of the day, the parents need to be held accountable. But at the end of the day, we got to stop focusing on the parents and understand that without that motherfucker, the parents wouldn't even be in this situation.
No, but see,
He's
stay ready.
still,
This
at
what
the
this
end
what
of
I'm
the day,
saying.
he's still the
This
reason.
this what I'm saying. Stay ready. Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
reason. But what I'm saying, but when you're going to their house and they know your history
And
and they're
yes,
still
they
letting you
know
do that,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's not like R. Kelly just some local nigga that, you know what I'm saying, moved from out of town. Like, no, this is a global star.
But see, I'm
This
gonna say
motherfucker
this.
been on trial that know this. Like, this motherfucker is an inflamed pedophile, pervert, and predator. And so people can be like, oh, he changed ways. I don't give a fuck you changed ways or not. You think R.
And
Kelly could come to my door and had a balls come to my motherfucking door? I got two daughters and try to, well, I want to do it. I'll blow his motherfucking head off for
real
even
talk,
walking
you
up
know
on
what
my
I'm saying?
shit. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, hey, and these parents up here
I'm not sitting here, like I said before, R. Kelly should have been got handled years ago. In the 90s,
Yep.
he was doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? After that situation with Aaliyah, he was supposed to have been handled then. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. He should have.
Yeah, man. How they let that shit go on for so long, bro? Now all of a sudden they want to
Hey,
go ahead. See.
Money, bro. Money. You know what I'm saying? That's what it
Yeah,
is. When you got money,
hold on.
when you got money, celebrity, and status, bro, people will push stuff under the rug and hide stuff and gloss stuff over and fix stuff, you know what I'm saying, that you done messed up, you know what I'm saying, because you got money. You
oh
got
yeah, not only
status,
that,
you
but
got
see
celebrity.
another thing too though. He was paying a lot of these families off, like that
Yeah,
girl on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like that little young girl on that tape. He you know what I'm saying, he gave her family some money, you know what I'm saying? Threw them some bread, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is that that's why I said like those parents are pimping their children out. Because they know how R. Kelly is. Everybody know that R. Kelly's is you know what I'm saying,
Hey,
is a predator. We know
hey,
this.
and I'm gonna say this. I understand that, and I'm not gonna take nothing away from you on what y'all saying because I'm not. But you got to remember this too. Well, here I ain't gonna say remember this. Look, I'm from the hood. I'm from the bottom. I'm from the mud. I and 503 can attest to this. When you come from those situations, you've seen some of the wildest and idiot and dirtiest, low down riding ass shit. Am I lying, 503? Especially here in Houston. Am I
Yeah,
lying?
nah, you ain't lying, man.
All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all this. I actually witnessed with my own eyes a mother putting her daughter up. So I ain't gonna say, I almost said the girl name. We was what the hell was it? I was a senior in high school. I think somehow damn. I think the girl was 13. And her mama was prostituting her out. Like we see
Well,
low down dirty shit. And I'm not
Hey,
saying her mama
hey,
don't
hey,
deserve to be
hey,
dead. But I'm
check this
telling you
out.
right now.
You I got a perfect example about some shit that happened down here in our city. And when I say his name, I know you're gonna know what I'm talking about. South Park, Michigan. Do you
Boy,
remember that?
yep,
I
yep.
know the whole story. But yeah,
Cook.
go ahead. No, go
Nah,
ahead.
I want you to cook on it, man, cause you're not lying, bro. As soon as you said that, I immediately thought about him.
It wasn't even him, the story I was talking about. But the crazy part about it, they didn't even have evidence on South Park when they booked him. They just went on the story and got him locked up.
And he's
They
still
have
in
no
jail
physical
to
with
this
no
day.
physical evidence whatsoever.
This
Hey,
man whole
hey,
career is ruined to this day. But you got
And
yep.
R.
he's the
Kelly.
biggest
This shit
he's the
crazy, bro.
biggest Mexican star ever, underground, and bigger than anybody that was mainstream. Nobody made more. South Park Mexican known in Cali to New York, and from Houston, Texas, rapping.
Yeah, hey, that's funny y'all mentioned that, man, because I was just watching a video talking about that situation yesterday. And they said that he met that girl in a strip club, stripping. She
Yeah.
was 13, stripping.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, are you serious?
But hold on. I'm gonna tell you something. It's funny. The strip club is in Pasadena, but I ain't gonna blast the strip club because it's still open to this day.
God
Yeah.
damn, man, this shit.
I did actually been to that strip club recently, but but it ain't no youngsters in there now because Houston is so strict right now. Oh man, you got to get almost licenses to strip and shit now. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, yeah. On that note, bro, they didn't even let the little girl testify. They didn't even let. They say she was 13, but there's no physical evidence that he even slept with the girl. He just got caught with her in his car.
Yeah.
You know, and it's real. That whole story is sketchy, fool. Like that whole story is sketchy, man. I think they what? Hey, 503. Wasn't they in front of that little girl house?
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
something like that, man. It was crazy, bro. Like damn. I just think about South Park, Michigan, and I think about R. Kelly, and I just be like, damn, like, boy, that money is a motherfucker, man. Like, real.
I swear it is.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up with it, Abel?
What's up, Abel?
I'm doing good, guys. I'm listening all talking about that R. Kelly stuff. Can I just say this real quick thing there
Hey,
because I got to get going soon.
all right, it ain't just R. Kelly. It's everything. The whole
Right.
sensitivity of the world right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just say this real quick because I got to leave. I got to get
Hey,
going soon.
all right. Salute the Blood Boxing. And if y'all ain't subscribed to Blood, go subscribe to him right now. I see him and Scrapbook in the chat. Salute to you guys, man. That's our OGs of the LBC right there. Go ahead, Abel.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm kind of thankful that I've never been involved in that I've never been seen that kind of stuff before though, man. But last night, before I went to bed, I actually subscribed to 78 Sports TV's Patreon there, where he was talking about, all that pedophilia, all that other stuff, man. The thing I always have a big problem with is this: why would the parents, send the kids out? And he said it kind of said it very clearly. I'm not going to say the exact words because I don't know him too well, but I think it goes along the lines of that, you know, when you grow up in the lower income circumstances though, bro, and when you have money that's coming from another person that desperately needs it, you'll do whatever it takes to get that. And what I kind of presume is that a lot of times, growing up in those kind of environments though, it's like it's kind of like it's kind of like the fact that I don't know. I'm kind of puzzled at what I'm saying, but basically the point is that you know these parents and these people that have been around this kind of pedophilia stuff they're all guilty in this. And dudes like R. Kelly, they're like the tip of the iceberg. There are more people that are way worse than he is. That's all I gotta say.
Yep. And I'm not gonna say he's not. I 100% agree with you on that. 100% agree with you on that. There's people out there way worse than him. Way worse than him. Hell, 90% of the Catholic priests are way worse than him. That's why I think
And
the Pope
also
deserve to die too.
one more thing though, too though. I mean, how far are you from Waco, Texas?
About 3 hours.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's on the other side of Austin for me.
Okay. See, that was part of one of the worst massacres in U.S. history, man. But this perverted guy named whatever his name is, I'm not going to say his name because it's fake as hell. But he had the audacity to not just rape, but he also molest kids every day for his own sick, perverted religious reasons, though, man. I mean, dudes like that, this kind of stuff happens all the time. But do you want to know the big difference is? That people don't care. And that's why these pedophiles and these sick addicts can get away with all of this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't knock it. And they don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
May I just say one thing about the whole thing? Me personally, I think it's just like an agenda because I think they're just trying to normalize this behavior, if you ask me, because although it is not normal behavior, they're really trying to make it normal. Like, you just see it with like the whole, LG, BT thing, and you see it with like the transgender thing. They're just trying to slip these things in and make it normalized. I mean, you even see it in school. That's why, like, if I have kids, I have to homeschool my kids because now in the curriculum you have like books about like about being transgender, about how it's okay to be that way. You have like and unfortunately pedophilia is one of the things. So I think like there's a bigger agenda at hand, because these things are just being slipped in, like all of a sudden, like, these things have been happening. I think what they're trying to do now is desensitize people to make it seem like it's okay for it to happen. That's why I really think honestly what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
That,
I agree with that. I agree with that 215%, bro. And it's funny because I was just talking to some of my coworkers at work, and I was like, you know what, man, I'm tired of giving passes. You know what I'm saying? Because if I if I see something that I feel is wrong and out of whack, and I stand up and I say something about it, then society is gonna look at me and deem me as the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Am I supposed to be okay with the fact that a guy can wake up and say, you know what, I'm a woman today and I'm gonna go in the women's bathroom, and my daughters and my wife go in that bathroom? You know what I'm saying? And then society around me is like, oh well, he's a woman. He said he's a woman. Let him be a woman. Let him go in there and squat. No, you
See, I'm
got
gonna
a
say,
peen.
hey, let me say something. Uh let me let me cook on that real quick, and I'm gonna let Shakita go.
Yeah.
On that whole bathroom situation, I understand both sides, but that don't mean just because you make a good point don't mean it's wrong. Because here's the thing, it's just like saying y'all say all transgenders aren't bad and they all should be treated with respect and let use the best room that they associate themselves with. But what about that one bad apple? Because I can say this: all drug dealers aren't bad, but y'all don't care about that, do you? All drunk drivers don't have wrecks, but y'all don't care about that, do you? All it takes is one. All it takes is one. Because all transgenders, just because a man sees himself as be a woman, don't mean he still want a man. He still like some of them still like women too. So you let
Mm-hmm.
them go in the woman bathroom, and then all of a sudden they get the urge and want to rape one of these little girls. I'll kill that hoe. Now, I don't that right there. And then y'all say, well, what about when they go into the restroom and then they get teased and beat up? Well, what about when a transgender woman goes into a man restroom and she mess around to get raped because you got some of these sick idiots that's in their restroom that'll mess around and rape her or something like that. Like it go both ways.
Another thing
So
too, I want to say just real quick, you have to look at like these people uh being on some kind of moral ground. Like they're not really even trying to push morality. Like, do they really even show like the typical family structure when you really like watch these different shows? They likely don't even show like the basic family structure with man, woman, and it's like they're like
but see, that's why I don't watch TV. I don't. I got books that I read. There's movies that I watch, and most of those movies I watch are horror or comedy. It ain't got nothing about no family, nothing. I don't watch dramas, all that shit, that crybaby ass shit. I can't stand that shit no more. All that shit is for the birds because they pushing the story and they pushing the agenda. So what's the point of watching all this? Especially when you watch network television.
yeah. Every show, main show gonna have some gay shit in it, whether it's Power, Empire, you know what I'm saying, Love and Hip Hop. It's all, bro. It's all an agenda.
I got
Fully right.
something to say,
Yeah,
y'all.
let Shakita cook real
Go
quick.
ahead, Shakira. My bad.
Hey, y'all, what's up, panel? What's up, chat? So here's what I got to say. Back to these little girls. Now, I was speaking on it last night, and coming from that era, in the 90s. I graduated high school in 98. I'm gonna tell y'all, I was smack dab in the middle of what's going on. It's those grown men that was coming to school, picking up them little girls, lunch after school. And what a lot of people don't think about is why them girls doing it. Ain't got nothing to do with them parents. And now these are the ones I know personally. I know these chicks. And the cold part about it is they have daughters now. And I actually had to stop talking to one because I said, you can't, what you gonna tell your daughter not to? You was doing the exact same thing. How you gonna get mad at her? She's a product of what you've done. They lied. Of course, they were lying about their age. Told them they were seniors in high school and all this and all that. Dude didn't want the fellas didn't want to make them girls mad because honestly, I don't know why they couldn't put two and two together. That's not what they were paying attention. They were looking at what these girls are looking like, buying them everything, and the minute they tell them no, the minute them fellas tell them no, it's a whole problem and a whole situation to where they could go to jail. And that's what a whole lot of people don't think about. I started getting approached when I was 15. And it's like, oh yeah, no, I don't want that. That's too much for me. I'm not willing to go that route.
Miss Shakita, may I ask where you from? What did this happen at?
Arlington.
Huh?
I'm in Arlington. I'm right down the street from y'all.
Oh, okay.
But hold on, tell him where you from though.
Oh, where I was born?
Yeah, well, like what high school did you go to? Like what city you was in when all this was happening?
Arlington, Texas.
Oh,
I
you was in
graduated from
Arlington.
high school.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I graduated in 1998, Sam Houston High School. So that happened all the time. And I was speaking about another thing that happens right now that people don't care. Like I was talking about these grown ass men going to Texas relays.
Oh yeah, for real.
Why are you going? You don't have a child there.
Hey, I stopped going to the Texas relays in 2008. Like
for talking about track and
field? Hell yeah, track and field. It's the college track and field. I stopped going to.
I ran there, dude. I actually ran. I actually had a friend who ran in the Texas relay, so I know about it.
I had an ex that's the reason I started going because I think it was my junior. No, matter of fact, I was out of high school. I was 2 years out of high school. This was 2003, and she was a freshman at UCLA, but she was from Dallas, and she was running track, and that's the only reason I used to go to the Texas relay. When me and her broke up, I kept going, and then I just got tired of going.
Man, I know men right now want to go, and I'm like, come on.
But you do know it's not just the colleges they go for. That's like a whole party weekend too. So I'm not gonna knock them for going because that's a party weekend in Austin. It's like Texas relays, South by Southwest, City Limits Festival, UT games.
But all that's going on. The thing is that's what they're going for.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh,
I'm like, first of all, you got babies in there. You're gonna go out these high school girls run? Of course you are. I bet you are. They got on short bag and boom, with their butt hanging out. Of course you're gonna go watch them. Won't you go do some grown man stuff? And it all boils down to them girls. A lot of them girls, and when I say a lot, it is a lot. I'm speaking because I've been around it. Them girls will take money from anybody. They don't care. They don't care if they 16 and that grown ass man is 26. They don't care. As long as that man is supplying some money, he can do whatever he want to do. They don't.
So just out for all, Kelly, what do y'all think about the sensitivity of just the whole culture as a whole? Just the sensitivity of it all. It ain't even got to be on this situation. It's just y'all know where I'm really going because
they're doing it on purpose because they want to condition us because again, it comes down to them wanting. I won't say control, but I'll just say it's just something like to soften us up, so they can ultimately do what they want to do. That's what it really comes down to. I'm not into conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but they're doing these things so they can make other things happen.
I'm gonna say
Because
this.
everything,
I say it's not. That's not what I think it is. Because when you come to like the gay initiative and things like that, or what they pushing,
yeah,
um, I think because you got to look at it like this. You got the LGBT community, or want to be okay. I'm gonna ask y'all this. The LGBT community want to be accepted, right?
Yep.
mm-hmm,
Okay. They want everybody to appreciate them, just like us as black people want to be accepted and appreciated and
mm-hmm,
accepted in the society, right?
Yeah.
mm-hmm,
And
Yep.
all have completely equal rights, right?
Yep.
So if you want everybody to accept you and forgive you and to appreciate you, why are you going to somebody's past, bringing up something that they did in the past, and making it and making them be held accountable for something that they did back a long time ago when they're not the same person and they're not the same person? Can
Right.
anybody explain that to me? Because that don't sound like you want to be. That don't sound to me that you want to be treated equal. That sounds like you got a vendetta
Yeah.
the
as a
Hey,
whole group.
yeah,
now
I think.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. You got it. Quick
Nah,
on
I
it.
think the thing is, man, is like it just really has to do with being in that spotlight. Unfortunately, a lot of these people look at these celebrities as like godlike figures. So they expect them to act a certain way. They expect them to like carry themselves a certain way. They don't look at them as human beings. So when one slips up, they're like, "Ah, how dare him? I can't mess with him anymore." Like as if they didn't make mistakes that their own self. That's what I think it really comes down to at the end of the day. And they want us to look at these celebrities like that, man. They want us to like I guess you can say like hero worship, man. So they don't want us to look at celebrities or people like that as normal human beings. They want us to look at them as like something more when really they just have a different profession than the rest of us, but they're still human and still inclined to what we're inclined to.
503, what you think about it?
Now
Oh,
go,
go
go
ahead,
ahead,
bro.
bro. I go up the road.
Yeah. I was gonna say, bro. To answer your question about the sensitivity, man, we are in a society today that is uber sensitive, that is too sensitive about everything, man. And the danger of that is if what the whole thing is they want everybody to accept practically everything. And when you're willing to accept, practically everything, that's dangerous because you'll fall for anything if you're willing to accept practically anything. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, we we're in a society now, man, in an era now where we raise up children that that don't know how to deal with the word no, that's not right. No, you can't. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. Don't do that. Don't go there. Don't say that. You know what I'm saying? And then when we sit up and we just accept the fact, oh man, no, don't hurt the kid feelings. Let the kid do what you want to do, what they want to do, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? When the kid gets grown, when the person gets grown and they come up against rejection, obstacles, disappointments and difficulties, they don't know how to react, and they don't know how to handle themselves. And we're raising up a whole millennia, you know what I'm saying, of individuals like that where hey, just accept whatever comes along, just accept whatever people say and do, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, long as you don't hurt nobody's feelings. I'm the type of individual, bro. If you my partner, if you on my team, if you my family, I would rather you get me right than to coddle my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because we sit up as a society and we talk bad about people behind their backs and give dirty looks and all kinds of stuff to people when we know they wrong. When we know they wrong. But you know what? We don't want to hurt their feelings. And then we watch them, you know what I'm saying, just walk right and fall up into that hole, that ditch, that trap, you know, whatever the case it may be. You know what I'm saying? And then when they fall into it, then we the first ones to say, look at them. Look how they acted. Look what they doing. I knew they wasn't no good. You know what I'm saying? When all we had to do was tell them, say something, stand up, you know what I'm saying? Do something and keep them from going that route and let them know, hey, nah, this ain't cool. But we too concerned about how they gonna feel rather than are they gonna be right or not. And then on the flip side of that, let me get this one off. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you can't give a lot of people any kind of advice, constructive criticism, tough love, because if you do that and you looked at, you a hater. You know what I'm saying? And that kills me, bro. That kills me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if I done been somewhere and been, I done been in a situation, and you know what I'm saying, and I had to go through it the hard way, and then I see, you know what I'm saying, little buddy coming through, and you know I done fell in the hole, and I want to tell dude, hey man, check it out, man, you might not want to go that way because it's a hole that I fell in. That nah, nigga, man, what you talking about? Whatever, man, you old nigga, you just hate. You don't understand this new swag, whatever. You know, man. All right, cool. Have fun in the hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we talked about that swag word last night, but I ain't gonna bring it up on the channel.
That's why I said that.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I said that.
Man.
Yeah.
What's up with it, Michael James? What's up, Wonderlick J Good?
Hey, stay ready. You mind if I spit real quick? I'm gonna get out of here after this.
All right.
Here's the thing, though, man. We live in a generation where where these kids don't understand the word hard work and dedication and discipline, man. You know, because when we were growing up, man, our parents taught us the values of how to push yourselves and how to go for greatness and try to go at it, you know, how through hard work and perseverance, man. A lot of these kids, man, they expect things to be handed to them, and that's not how it works. Especially if you fall off of a cliff, man, and you just keep on falling and keep on hurting yourself. Well, hell, why do you think you keep falling off in the first place? Because the fact is that you didn't learn how to develop that work ethic to keep on pushing. And a lot of times, man, when we try to give these new youngsters, you know, constructive criticism of how to, you know, handle yourself or how to do a different approach to things in life, we get accused of being called a hater. And it's just there's a huge disconnect with that between us and the new generation, man. And so, to me, you know, I try to give them the kind of, you know, thorough advice, but at the end of the day, it's all about how you take it. You know, if you want to take it and use it, that's more power to you. But if you don't want to, you know, that's your choice. But don't come crying to us expecting things to happen for you right away because you didn't get what you wanted. That's not how the world works, man. It's definitely not how the world works. And especially in this society, man, only the strong survive and the weak, you know, will be eliminated. That's how it is, man. But anyway, though, I got to get going here, guys. Much love to the chat. Much love to the LDBC, man. And I'm out.
All right. Salute, man.
What's up? Be easy, bro.
But Shakita, what's your take on it? Oh, 503 you's for the go too. Both of y'all. Whichever one will go first.
Go ahead. I'm a gentleman. You can go ahead.
Okay.
That's what's up.
No, it's very sensitive. I don't know why. I don't really hang around people that are too sensitive. And I mean, that makes it sound funny coming from a female. I'm not like a lot of women because I don't deal with a bunch of crap. And I'm not friends with some females, with a female right now because of the sensitivity that she has. I can't deal with it. I don't like it. I can't. And I believe that we as the people we are as a nation are a bunch of people. Like everybody is just too soft. And it irritates me Even when I hear some little kids like 5 and 6-year-old whining, I'm like, what are you whining for? Be quiet. You ain't hurt. Stop it. It doesn't make sense to me. And as adults, do you know how many times I look at people and I'll be on Facebook and they're like, oh, such and such said this. I'm not worried about you saying this. Baby, you are a grown man or woman. Why are you concerned with what somebody got to say about you? For what?
Real talk.
If their name ain't on your bank account, it shouldn't matter.
Facts.
If their name ain't on your mortgage or your electric bill, it shouldn't matter.
Church.
It really shouldn't. But people walk around here crying and slinging snot all over the place because of somebody that said something negative. Now, I've been told quite a few things that a lot of people have said about me. And people, and for some reason, they want me to cut up and act a fool. I know they do. They really do. Trust me, they so trying to push me. And I laugh at them. And then they get upset. They get upset because I'm not going to get mad at you. For what? I don't care. And I've had them to where I had a whole grown man that then came to me and told me something about a whole female that said about me. I'm like, for real? Well, tell me what you said. Since you in the gossiping mood.
And you know what?
About me?
I'm glad you say that because I love that shit. I hate when people, like my friends, well, I don't even call them my friends because I don't fuck with them no more. I'm quick to cut somebody off to do little simple, small shit and they don't even realize it. Somebody will say something about me, but if you my real people, you don't give a damn who said it or what they said. You gonna check them right then.
Real
and
talk.
You ain't even gonna mention it to me. Like for what? Because I can tell all my partners about plenty of times somebody said something about it, and I get dead on somebody's ass, and guess what? You ain't never gonna hear about it because I handled it right then and there. I don't have to come back and tell you. I let that person tell you if they felt, man, B over there tripping. He did this. You gonna come to me and ask me why I'm tripping because they said this about you, and I went ahead and handled it. That's exactly how it is. I hate all that behind the back shit because if that person came and told you something and then you come tell me, to me in my eyes, you didn't say shit. You just let that person talk and you just wanted to come to me and see my reaction.
That's it. Shit star.
Yeah, messy. I don't fuck with messy people. What's up, BFTB? I see you in the building, my bro.
You already know.
Man, we on some real conversation. We ain't got to boxing yet. It's been on for an hour. Man, it's just a whole bunch going on, and I really want to get things off my chest because this world is so sensitive right now, and it's sensitive. Yeah, and it's sensitive shit. I just had to talk about it. Vent. Today is one of them days I just really wanted to vent. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
You can't.
I want to hear BFTB cook on sensitivity in society. I really want to hear this
because he gonna go out because he can talk about it. You can talk about it. We want to hear it from a whole society standpoint, and it's not even just boxing because boxing is sensitive too, but it ain't even just them. We talking about from this whole R. Kelly situation to the LGBT community to Twitter with people holding celebrities and boxers and rappers and all this to a higher standard than they hold themselves. Like all that shit is irritating. That's what I'm cooking on. But what you think about that whole just everything right now?
You really want me to go in on that?
I want you to go in to the fullest because that's what we've been going. Because you done missed most of it. We done went all the way in, so it ain't no holding back now.
Shit, fucking man. Look, well, here's the beauty of me, right? Here's the beauty of me. The beauty of me is I pay my own shit. I got my own life. I do my own thing. So the beauty of me is I say and do what the fuck I want to do. That's the beauty of me. So if someone comes to me and says, and listen, I'm telling y'all this dead ass serious. Someone comes to me and says, hey, BFTB or DJ, because that's my name. Do you think I'm fat? And you are fat? I'm gonna tell you fat. Hell yeah, you fat as a motherfucker. I mean, shit. What you want to hear? You want to hear me? I don't sugarcoat nothing. I never have in my life. Motherfucker coming to me with that weird ass. Listen, I don't have no beef with anybody being gay or whatever the fuck you want to be. I don't care. Listen, if you want to be running around here just dropping on your knees, slobbing on penises on a regular basis, enjoy yourself. Just don't come to me with that shit. Don't come over here to me and think that you can just talk to me about slobbing on penises and I'm supposed to be okay with it because you are who you are. Well, guess what? I am who I am, and I don't agree with what the fuck you're talking about. So go tell it to someone who agrees with that shit. Don't come to me sitting and then be mad at me because I don't agree with it. Well, if that's the case, there's gonna be a lot of mad motherfuckers in the world. And notice again, I never said you can't do what you want to do. You can't live your life to the fullest. I never said that. And if anybody tries to twist my words, I don't give a fuck. Because ain't nobody paying my bills but me. So I don't give a fuck if you like, oh, well, BFDB is against gay people. If that's what you think, fuck you. Think it. I don't care. Congratulations and think it. So the fuck what? I never said that. And I'm not going to sit here and keep saying over and over again, that's not what it is, that's not what it is. No, fuck that. I said it once. It is what it is. If you want to go a different route thinking that it's something else, well, think that way then. Think what you want. Listen, about the R. Kelly shit. I don't agree with that motherfucker. I have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that motherfucker at all. But let me tell you where the double standards is at. For all these motherfuckers that don't agree with R. Kelly, well, where are all these motherfuckers with Hugh Hefner and the Playboy Mansion? This motherfucker's like 90-something years old, fucking nothing but 16, 17-year-old bad white bitches. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear and he's an OG for it. This motherfucker's an OG. They're looking at him like, damn, he's the pimp of all pimps right here. They paying him to do this shit. But yet R. Kelly does the same thing, and all of a sudden he's so bad. No, all them motherfuckers is bad. All of them motherfuckers is pedophile pieces of shit. All of them. And that's my stance and my opinion. And anybody else can have their stance and opinion, but it ain't gonna change much. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna change much.
And see, no, I don't want nobody to change their opinion. I love everybody. Now, my only thing on the R. Kelly situation, like I said, I don't care who it is. If you're a child molester, white, black, Asian, Mexican, Italian, Russian, Korean, Filipino, you deserve to die. In my eyes, I don't give a fuck.
I don't even think you deserve to die.
No,
I just think you deserve to die.
Fuck that. I want them to die.
Nah, I don't. I want them living. I want them living with no dick. That's what I want. I want them living.
But see, here's the thing. You got women.
You want that medical castration, huh?
But you got women that do the same thing.
I want them to keep their ball. You know what I'm saying? I listen. I want them motherfuckers' dick chopped off to the root, and then I want them to lose. I want a motherfucking pinky toe and the middle toe and your middle finger. I want those. Those are what I want. So you can't say fuck you to nobody. No, you are living in hell. You can barely walk because you don't got a middle toe. Matter of fact, I want the big toe too. I want every other fucking toe, and I want this motherfucker's penis chopped off to the root. But I want him to keep his balls. I want him to know what the fuck he had, but I want him to know that shit is gone forever. And then I want him to live forever. I want him to live for like 947 years, and be around nothing but bad bitches, and can't do nothing with nobody. That's what I want.
Oh shit! That motherfucker said, "Cut your dick off, be around that, but bad bitches." I honestly don't care. I want them hoes to die, and that's the main reason why. Because I just don't deserve. I don't think you deserve to live in my eyes. But see, hold on. This is why I say that. If you can take a child's innocence, and that goes for women too, and you have some women that actually plays with little kids. I'm talking little kids, 7, 8-year-old. I don't care. They deserve to die. They don't deserve to be living because you're taking a child's innocence. And I don't care if people think I'm wrong. I think they deserve to die. And I'm not going to change the way I think. If you want to torture them before you kill them, that's cool too. That's fine. Make them feel what that little kid feel, and then cut their head off. I don't give a fuck. Whatever you want to do. Put them in the electric chair. Hell, castrate them and then send them in front of the firing squad. I don't care. Hang them. Do the old-fashioned hang them. Put them in front of the city and hang them, and let them sit there and choke to death. Break their neck. I don't care, but they don't deserve to be here. Child molesters, rapists, I don't care. They all deserve to die in my eyes. Like real talk. What's up with it? All right, fella.
And y'all know what it is. Greetings from the north side. It's your favorite, get your most hated odd fella. Back for another one. Salute to the LDBC. Respect, stay ready for sending that link once again. But yeah, I'm with y'all. But my method of execution would be a public stoning. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it Ghanaian. And we like to throw them we like to publicly stone people, you know what I mean? Those deviants and whatnot. Get the community, get everybody in the community, get a nice little rock stone. You know what I mean? Get a nice size rock, and we all have at it, you know what I mean? If you got that flamethrower, that 95 mile an hour fastball, go ahead. Hit the strike, you know what I mean, at R. Kelly's head, you know what I mean? One after another.
Yeah, I feel that. Salute. I just said for none, I just sent that link again. I hope you got it. I don't know. Oh, was it my bad? But yeah, anybody else want to take a shot at that?
Y'all letting these motherfuckers off easy, man.
I'm not. I just think they should die. Ain't no easy.
You don't live through a stoning. You don't live through a stoning. And that's a long, arduous, painful death.
That's an easy ass shit right there, dog. You kill a motherfucker. That's just it. They just done that. You done. Listen, bro. I can see this dude on a daily basis, knowing that his dick is cut off to the root. You pissing out your belly, bro. I can see you every day. You just got balls.
But that's not the basis. We don't need to see these guys anymore. Our kids don't need to see this guy no more. He needs to be removed from existence and needs to be put under the earth.
Hey, y'all, hold on.
Understand?
Hold on, real quick. Hey, what's up with it for none? Hey, I want you to cook on it.
I'm good, man. Good with y'all, man.
Man, chilling, man. It was just, yeah, it's one of them days, man. The world is so sensitive right now. I just wanted to get some things off my chest on the sensitivity of everything that's going on in society, and I just had to get it off my chest. So we're talking about everything right now. We haven't even got to boxing, but yeah, it's been one of them days. What's your take on the whole thing?
When you say whole thing, man, I want to make sure that I understand what you're talking about. I hear you guys talking about R. Kelly and the punishment of R. Kelly.
Yeah,
is that what you're talking about? Like, what do I think?
That's where we ended up on. But
we brainwashing on execution styles.
Oh well, man, let me tell you, man.
That's what we ended up on. But originally, we talked about the whole situation and our thoughts on that situation. We talked about our thoughts on the whole society being sensitive as a whole, especially when it comes to the LGBT community. Like they so sensitive about them, but they don't give a damn about us. It's just weighing on my head to vent.
All right, man. Well, let me do it this way, man. And I'm gonna say this because, all right, man. I'm on your channel, man. Am I free to say what I want to say? Like.
Today, speak your mind, because I'm not getting rid of it, and I don't care what nobody thinks. So if I hurt any feelings, they hurt.
Here's my thing. I don't think that there's a bigger problem in the world than white supremacy.
No, it's not.
I think to define that, it's I look at everything through that lens. And so when you talk about the LGBT community and all that stuff, I don't think that you can really solve any problem that you have until you solve the problem of racism, because I think that is the foremost problem. I think when cats are talking about, members being members of the LGBT community, especially when you look at like the Black Lives Matter movement, which is an LGBTQX movement more than it is anything else. And the reason I say that, man, is like if you go to the Black Lives Matter website, they talk more about gay and lesbian issues than they talk about about the issues of the black family. And a matter of fact, they talk about things which are directly opposed to what I consider to be the well-being of the black family, the nuclear family. You know, the belief that you need a mother and a father in the home. And a lot of times, man, because we have the oldest suffering in the United States, we almost always wind up being the springboard for other people's issues. The civil rights movement in a lot of ways was more of a springboard for women's rights.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was saying women's rights.
Yeah. The civil rights movement, if you look at like what happened with Title IX and like the fact that, you know, like you have the anti-discrimination laws, like even the like the Voting Rights Act, a lot of that stuff winds up benefiting a lot of people other than us. And we wind up because we're the most blatant example of the discrimination and we have the longest record of it in the United States. We wind up always being the one that is put out there as an example of it. But then other people come in behind and take advantage of the laws that are put in place to help us. But the laws never really wind up solving the problem that we have. So whenever I hear young men and young women who are in the LGBT community talk about that shit, I say flat out, your biggest problem is that you're black. It's not that you're gay. If being gay, I mean, young gay white men don't have the same problem you got. Young gay white women don't have the same problem as you. Young white women, like if you look at like the distribution of funds for businesses, like the non-discrimination acts or the all of the, you know, city and state contracts that go to minority-owned businesses and women-owned businesses, most of that goes to women-owned businesses. I don't think that we're ever going to have any type of real solution for anybody until you actually solve the base problem that we have, and that's the system of racism and white supremacy. And even when you look at R. Kelly, if you look at R. Kelly just in and of himself, you say, yeah, man, drop that motherfucker off the side of a bridge, because it was clear what he was doing from the beginning. The first time I heard of him being married to Aaliyah, I was like, this bitch 15 years old. Excuse my language. This chick 15 years old.
I'm gonna tell you, I cut R. Kelly off years ago. So for everybody that's out in the uproar and outrage right now, I feel like hypocrites. It's not the fact that you got people that's through messing with him. I'm glad you finally come to a clarity of things that was bad. But when you got a whole sex tape out of you messing with a 15-year-old girl, I got an issue with that. And everybody talk about, well, it's just an accusation. How was it just an accusation?
Well, look,
it can't be. You can't even pull up that tape, because if you get caught watching that tape, you're gonna go to jail for child pornography. And we know that's him on that tape.
Let me jump to the end of it, man, and I'll let you go. I'll wrap it up quick.
Oh, you cool.
The problem is, man, that I see with the I didn't watch that show that's out there about it, but that's for profit. There's money building you up. There's money tearing you down. And he was with Aaliyah after all that I Believe I Can Fly shit that happened during when he put that album out. That was, what is that, for that Michael Jordan movie, right? I Believe I Can Fly. That song, that was after.
That was Space Jam.
Yeah, that was after Aaliyah. They knew he was a child predator then. Yeah. So it's okay for him to be. It's not something that they're gonna put out in the media when he's making the media money. But once he is shown that he's not somebody you can profit off of in a positive light, then we got to switch him over to being somebody that you can profit off of in a negative light. Same thing with Bill Cosby. If you say what Bill Cosby is doing was he's actually responsible for that, raping white women in the 1960s, right? Then why in the world weren't people talking about that when the Cosby Show was on? Because the Cosby Show was making people money, but now when he's older, he's a 70-year-old blind man. Now it's time to punish him. Now it's time to use him as the counter example. So if we want,
yeah, you breaking up for none. Hold on, I don't know what happened.
I agree with exactly with where he was going with
Somebody
that.
mute for none. Is that you muting yourself or I don't know what happened? Hold on.
Did Fanon get wrapped?
He's absolutely correct, man.
Yeah,
he
real talk.
Listen,
Really?
that leads even more into what I was saying about Hugh Hefner ass.
Yeah,
That motherfucker's still doing this shit. Ain't nobody saying nothing about this motherfucker. He's still
No,
doing
Hugh
it.
dead. Hugh
Yeah,
Hefner dead.
he passed on.
Well, whoever that motherfucking dude is, no, still nobody said nothing about his bitch ass.
can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Bro, we got you.
All right, hey, let me just wrap it up real quick.
Okay.
This is the end of my thing, man. When we talking about black people, man, if we gonna tear these mugs down in our own community, let's do it quick the first time we see it and stop supporting them. And don't wait until the shit's all said and done and then let other people running us down. As soon as you see somebody like FH1 or somebody like that putting that shit out there, that shit is doing me and you, your sons, your daughters more harm than it is doing R. Kelly. And that's my whole thing on it.
Yeah, because it put us in a bad light. The same thing that I feel about that whole situation with Jasmine Barnes. The whole situation was bad, but we ended up getting into a big outrage because we thought it was a white man, and then we come to find out that it was gang violence. Like that put a whole bad black cloud over the African community as a whole. And I done went into a rant about this the other day on Act Channel. I apologize to Act for that, but I ain't gonna do that again on my channel because it irritates me to the core, especially with gang violence and us killing each other. And we kill each other faster than any other race. And forget it. I'm not one of those that talk about black on black crime, because to me, black on black crime is a fallacy. Because you can talk about white on white crime. You don't even ever hear them even bring up white on white crime, Mexican on Mexican crime, Korean on Korean crime, Chinese on Chinese crime. You don't hear none of that. The only thing you ever hear is black on black crime. But even when you look at statistics, white people kill more white people than white people. Mexican kill more Mexicans than Mexican. And black people kill more black people than any other. But because we are the smallest minority group, it affects our numbers more than it does anybody else. That's why us as a whole need to come together and stop killing each other. That's an issue with me.
I agree. I was gonna switch it and talk about the exact same thing back about 45. You know how everybody was all pissed about the black people that didn't vote and this and that. And they were like, oh, everybody should have got out and voted. If we make up 25% of the population and 100% of the black people voted, y'all think 45 would have won? He still would have won. There's nothing that we could have been able to do if 100% of black people voted. And we didn't make up 25%. We don't even make that much, I don't believe. But I just threw that random number at that because I don't know exactly the amount of the black population. If 100% of black people voted for somebody other than 45, but because of those white people voted, 65% of them, 40, at 65, 70% of them voted.
I'm gonna tell you something. It wasn't even the main vote that mattered. They did what they did because they got rid of the main. For one, Trump didn't win the popular election. Our votes. It was the electoral college. So the electoral college is what voted him in. Our votes don't matter when it comes to that. Our votes matter.
Yeah, I understand.
But when you got Bernie Sanders, who actually beat Hillary, but he pulled out. If Bernie Sanders was there, Trump wouldn't have won. And don't nobody want Hillary because of what her husband did.
But what I'm saying is about everybody, how everybody tends to try to jump down on black people, how we down in each other. And I mean, when I tell you it was people arguing, ranting, raving, And I'm like, you must did look at the statistics of it. I had it in my phone because I took a screenshot of it and I sent it to one of my good friends. She lives in Maryland. And I mean, she was trying to go in and I'm like, are you done? And I sent her that screenshot. She looked at it. I said, now calm down.
Yeah.
Just look at the statistics and look at the numbers of, forget the popular vote, because that's null and void at this point. It don't even matter. The Electoral College, we don't even worry about that. We're going to look at the amount, the percentage, look at the numbers of people that actually voted and how they broke it up into race and look at it.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And no matter if 100% of Black people voted, we still would not have made a difference because we don't make up that much of the population in the U.S. for us to even make a strong vote. Is what I say. And instead of us trying to realize that, we're too busy trying to beat up on each other. You don't matter. You think you dumb, you stupid for not doing like that. It bothers me. It irritates me of how quickly we can do that to each other.
Yeah.
And we can't sit up and talk and support each other.
You 100% right. 100% right. And we gotta come together. And I'm not gonna say that we don't, because a lot of times we do, but we do got a bunch of idiots and it's a bunch of idiots in every ethnic group. Because as far as the most part, we do believe in each other and we do come together. But because we got so many idiots, you will make you believe that we don't. We're not together as a community. Because we got so many idiots in the community. And yeah, I call them idiots because anybody that can sit there and hurt your fellow man over stupid shit like a fucking flag, a color of a fucking flag, you're an idiot. And I used to be one of you idiots, but you're still an idiot. Because the majority of you killing each other over a fucking flag and you don't even know what the original meaning of that shit was. The original meaning was to protect the neighborhoods from the cops and the white people. But now you're killing each other. Like the actual meaning of CRIP, community, revolution, and progress. What revolution do you have now? Not a damn thing. Blood, brothers leading others out of darkness. Who are you leading out of darkness and you killing each other? GD, growth and development. What the fuck are y'all developing? Where's the growth? Because especially in Chicago, as long as y'all killing each other, ain't no growth. We can't grow as a whole because our numbers are steady being depleted because we're killing each other. All that shit, if you still gang banging, you a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. And that goes for you kids, and that goes for you OGs filling these kids up with mind that's still developing, that's sitting here telling them something and ain't about shit. And I grew up in that shit. I got out. And they can too. Anybody want to cook on that shit?
I'm still on this.
Go ahead, bro.
I think a deviant is a deviant, or whether. But for one thing, in our community, we need to point them out. You know what I mean? And that the accused needs to be dealt with properly. And I'm living off it. I can go back 2 months. I cleansed the pervert on the block, alleged pervert on the block. You know, guns got drawn out by his drug dealers. You know what I mean? Because they saved him because he's an asset to their pockets. You in the dig? But this is the type of filth that we have in our community. So I don't want to hear nobody telling me about look over what the white man's doing, because we need to look what we're doing around us. We're allowing this and continue on.
Hey, you breaking up because we ain't heard nothing.
Now.
You breaking up.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I said, forget about what the white man's doing. Look at what we're doing here. Because like I said, I don't know if you heard what I was saying just a couple minutes ago with having to cleanse a pervert, put alleged pervert getting drawn on me, telling the to hold back off of him. Pretty much this guy,
yeah,
you know what I mean? His
it's something
cleanse.
wrong with your mic or
That's
something right there because you break. It's like you going in and out. You blanking out and coming back.
I'll just get this book.
Let me.
What'd you say, fool?
I'm gonna drop off and come back in.
All right. What'd you say, fool?
I just said, like, for the most part that, like, I think the main issues is like it comes from like us having, like, basically being like forced to go by a narrative instead of like basically thinking with our own heads and walking with our own 2 feet. Like, when you really think about it, like, you have to look at like just back in history too. It has to be looked at back in history. And like half of the stuff that these people do, like naturally we don't do these things. Like, I mean, naturally when you look at it, we're not into the pedophilia and stuff like that. Naturally, we're not into this LGBT thing. Naturally, we're not even prone to violence. Like that was kind of put on us because they were the ones doing it first, you know? And so I mean, you learn from the people you're surrounded with, you know what I mean? Like, so that's what I think it comes down to. I think one of the main issues is that we haven't mentally emancipated ourselves, you know. I don't think, like, because unfortunately, like, if you have a different opinion from the popular opinion, then you're always going to be viewed as the bad guy. You know, you're always going to be viewed as public enemy number one. And that's the problem. I think people are just afraid to have people are afraid to have an open mind and stuff like that. I think that's what it really comes down to, you know, at the end of the day. And one more thing, we're so like caught up in trying to assimilate to something that we've been trying to assimilate to for so long, and it hasn't really provided any results, you know. It hasn't really changed a lot for any of us across the board, you know. And because we keep on trying to assimilating, we keep on ending up on the same end of the stick, but the short end of the stick. But when a people shows you how they are over and over and over again, and they're not changing, then that should tell you something that, you know, like, you got to quit. You got to think with your own head and walk with your own feet. You can't try to assimilate.
I'll tell you something that I do agree with you on that to an extent, because we put our trust in too many people, and this as a whole. And Stormy B, man, I can say that is false, because if you come to the South, we actually speak to each other. Maybe in the North, y'all pass each other and don't say nothing, but in the South, we it's a Southern hospitality. We speak to everybody: black, white, Asian, Mexican, Hispanic, Arabian. We don't care, because it's just like that. We look at everybody as a cool person until you prove us wrong. So as far as what's up with the KO? But as far as some of the things, I think we need to stop putting our trust in people. And hear me out when I say that, because what we need to start doing, and is do like we used to do. We need to start having our own grocery stores in the neighborhood. If not grocery stores, we don't have to have grocery stores, because you're right. We can't compete with the conglomerate. We can't compete with the conglomerate. We can't compete with Walmart, because we can't get stuff as cheap as Walmart or Kroger's can. But we can have a convenience store compete with the Arabian on the corner. We can have a hair store and compete with the Asians on the corner. We can do that. We can open up a nail shop and compete with the Asians on the nails. But black people don't want to do that, because as of right now, our problem is we dream of being rappers and singers and actors and and balling this person on the block because everybody looking up to that drug dealer that has 5 or 6 cars and can't even keep up with them and gonna be in jail in the next month or so. Everybody has that balling mentality, and we got to get out of that. We now. I'm fine with if some of these kids want to go and be doctors and nurses and lawyers. That's fine. But some of them can have better dreams than that instead of these drug dealer ambitions. Because I had them drug dealer ambitions. I don't know more. You know, too many close calls, and I ain't trying to spend the rest of my life in the penitentiary. So,
True.
but a lot of these kids nowadays, that's what they look up to. Because we came from the mud. We didn't have nothing, nobody else to we didn't have like that's another thing. We hold these celebrities to that we hold them to a bigger standard than we hold ourselves because we don't have those that we don't have nobody to look up to in the communities no more. The people that we look up to growing up was drug dealers.
Mm-hmm.
Because those were our community leaders, whether we like to believe it or not. They were. Especially in my generation. In my generation coming up in the 80s, everybody that we looked up to was either they was a dope dealer or the OG gangster that was knocking everybody out in the hood. That's who we looked up to. My cousin was that dude because I remember being 6 years old and I watched this dude snatch the chief of police out of his car and beat him up. And I looked up to my cousin and I wanted to be him. Now that I'm older, I look at him like my cousin was an idiot. He lucky he didn't go to jail for that. And he dead now. You know, but as a kid, that's what we looked up to. We gotta change and put the right. We need to put the right people to look up to in our communities. We do.
Mm-hmm.
We need better community leaders.
Yeah.
We actually need real community leaders in all communities, not just in big cities, even in little small rural areas. They need community leaders. And the NAACP not it. Jesse Jackson's not it. Cornell X not it.
Yeah. Hey, Mac. Let me piggyback on that for a second, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, and specifically, you brought up the word community, man, and this is one thing that's kind of a pet peeve of mine because when I was young, and I told y'all before, I was born in Illinois, but like every summer, I used to go down to Arkansas, and we would stay with our grandmother, my mother's mother. That was our summer vacation every year, you know. But that y'all have heard the saying, you know, it takes a village, you know, right? You know, to raise a child. But you know, when we talk about that word community, you know what I'm saying? One person can't make up a community. And nowadays, and I'm gonna just keep this in the context of us as Black people, we are so concerned with ourselves and ourselves only. You know what I'm saying? That I mean, it's fine to say, hey, you know, we need to take back our community and take back our neighborhood, but we're not concerned about the person next door to us. You know what I'm saying? Enough to go see how they doing. You know what I'm saying? And see if they need help with anything. You know what I'm saying? And to go back on that, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. We got a generation of parents nowadays that they got this saying, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell me nothing about my child. Blah, 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 blah. Don't say nothing to my child. I'm the parent, you know what I'm saying? But I came up in an era where it didn't matter where I was at. If I was wrong or an adult told me something that was right and good, that's what it was. You take that and you go with it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? If old man Johnson is next door and my kids outside throwing rocks, you know, at the houses across the street, and old man Johnson said, hey, don't do that. You know, in today's climate, we'll go jump on old man Johnson for talking to our kids and telling our kids what not to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, did old man Johnson say anything that was wrong? No. Did he say anything that was hurtful? No. You know what I'm saying? Anything that was going to lead them into harm? No. You know what I'm saying? But, and now old man Johnson's like, well, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. So when he does see something about to happen, you know what old man Johnson do? Old man Johnson sit in his house and he just look out the blinds and don't say nothing. And then, you know what I'm saying, somebody wound up hurt, dead, arrested, whatever the case may be, man. But there is a lack of community. Community means we come together and we're stronger as a unit. You can't be stronger, you can't be a unit if can't nobody tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a unit if you're not willing to come out of the comfort of your own home, you know what I'm saying, or your own block and go see about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on next door, across the street, around the corner. You know, and we'll never, ever, ever, ever get to, you know, these things that we talk about how we need to take the community back, and that we'll never get to that place. You know what I'm saying? If we're not really if we're not really willing to take on that word and the essence of what community means. And that is to come together and be a whole unit. We look out for each other, you know what I'm saying? We take care of one another. We discipline one another if we have to. You know what I'm saying? In your community, you see somebody cutting up on the block, it could be a grown person. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know what I'm saying, the OGs in the neighborhood, they were the ones that checked the cats that were cutting up in the neighborhood. You know, but you don't get that no more. There's no more community. And that's all I got on that.
Shit, man. I'm gonna cook right quick and then I'm gonna roll up out.
All
But
right,
man,
yeah. Because
listen,
Stephen
man.
A coming on shortly, so I'm gonna be
Yeah,
sitting down.
that, what Ruff just said, what you just said, and what you and Ruff just said is like, man, it's some real shit, man. But it's different for me. You know what I'm saying? It's real different for me because I ain't have any of that shit. I raised my motherfucking self. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I ain't have listen, bro. Listen, bro. I am if you can't tell by now, though, I'm a fighter. I fought every day, everybody.
Yeah.
That's all I did. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like a motherfucking person, and nobody liked me. You know what I'm saying? And nobody liked me, and there was no reason that they didn't like me. They just didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? So from that point, I was just fighting everybody. So I mean, when you look at it like, damn, like what could I have been had I, you know what I'm saying, had a community to look out or raise or whatever the case may be. Man, look, and it's not like I was an asshole. I was a quiet motherfucker to the contrary of what I am now. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't take no shit from nobody about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it wasn't like I was a hothead either. But I'm just looking at in the respect of what Weston was saying. Like, there was no leading. It was motherfucking. This is what it is. Take your ass to school and then come home and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And if anything happened in the route, that hey, I'm fighting. That's just, you know what I'm saying. That was just that. It was no damn. It's different for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just different because I hear what you guys are saying, but then in the same respect, it's like I know how what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? How I did. I ain't have no leaders. I got a big ass family. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't have any of that shit. It was just, yo, I was just like, I ain't had that. So when I look at it, what you guys are saying, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I think about what I could have been. I just put it like that.
Yeah. I get what you're saying because
Oh yeah, 100. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but you know what? You took your own circumstance, you know what I'm saying, that may have been negative. I don't know what your circumstance, you know, completely was, bro. But based on what you're saying, you took a negative and you built yourself up into something positive. Now you built yourself into something that positively doesn't take any shit off nobody, but at the same time, you still built yourself up into something positive. And I commend you for that, bro.
Salute.
and that's real talk because I know people like that too. Hell, I got family members just like that. And I ain't gonna say I raised myself because I didn't. First 10 years of my life, I was with my grandpa. He raised me. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I wasn't with my mama or I wasn't in the hood, I was with my grandpa doing some gardening work or fucking with some goddamn livestock. Not gonna lie to you. So the country shit, like the farming and the ranching, yeah, I done all that. But when my grandfather died, it was like I didn't have nothing else. So it was just me, and I looked up to my big cousins, and they were all gang banging. So that's where I was. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was already prolific at shooting guns. So and then they taught me how to hustle. I caught my let me give y'all a little background. I caught my first felony, the only felony that I have that I got expunged off my record, but I got tried as an adult at the age of 13. I got caught on school campus with an ounce of weed bagged in nickel bags because I was selling weed. And instead of being a child and getting sent to juvenile or getting sent to boot camp, I got tried as an adult. The only reason I didn't go to the penitentiary is because of my judge just so happened to be my baseball coach's wife. And she put me on adjudicated probation. My community service was cleaning up her office every Saturday. But I was still on probation. I still had home visits. I still had to be at home by a certain time, and I still had to pass a drug test. Didn't get out. I graduated high school and ended up probation getting extended because I failed a few drug tests. I ended up having to quit smoking weed because all the shit I was doing to pass the drug test wasn't working no more. So, so I had to do that shit, and I got off. Years go by. I think it was like 2010 that I finally got my record expunged, and I was able to do what I'm doing now. So they can't file it. I think I might need to get it sealed just so I can make sure don't nobody can pull that shit up. But yeah, that's what I got. That's what I've dealt with my entire life, coming from a small ass town. Now, if I didn't have all that shit to look up to, I wouldn't have been in the position I was in. I should have been smarter than the shit that I've dealt with. But I dealt with some dumb ass shit growing up. You know what I'm saying? Act talking about he ready to go hunt for some wild hogs. Let me know. You can come to the country with me. You know what I'm saying? 503, you've been quiet for a while. I know you soaking up game over there, but what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm just listening, man. It sound cool to me. Like, everybody go through what they go through, man, and just hearing what you went through, uh, kind of remind me of my big brother, man. Like, just on some real G shit. Like, he kind of went through some of the same things. You know what I'm saying? With his grandfather. So, you know what I'm saying? I can relate to that, man, because you know, you don't have people like your grandfather around no more. You know what I'm saying? Them old cats that take you underneath their wing, man. You know what I'm saying? And teach you shit and teach you about different things outside of the city. You know what I'm saying? So it's real touchy or whatever, man. But you know, I think me personally, I think that I honestly think it ain't gonna never be like that no more, bro. To be honest with you, because just the way people are brought up in this social media
I can't
era.
say that. I can't say that. The only reason I say I can't say that is because I do trail riding, so I know we still got some of them that's still going on. Because the same people that I deal with in the trail riding groups and things like that is they actually out there doing the same stuff that my grandfather was doing and teaching these kids a lot of this stuff, especially dealing with these horses and dealing with the rodeo shit. I'm not into that rodeo shit though. Like my partner be trying to get me to do the roping and the bull wrestling. I can't do it. I let them have it. But
No,
you
hey,
know,
hey, let me just say this. 503, I feel you though, bro. I feel you on what you just said, and you know, shit, I agree with you. I'm just put it out there. I agree with you, bro. I really do. I now I know Max said that like you got that group that's doing the trail rides.
oh, it's not
Look
a
back
group.
at
It's
that.
just a lifestyle. You can get that in
Okay,
so many
it's
different
it's
cities.
it's a lifestyle, but is it as big now as it was when you were a kid?
Actually, it's a little bit bigger now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
because
that's
the reason
that's
I
it.
say that
That's
because nowadays you don't have just black people trail ride. I see white trail ride groups. I see over 100,000 people at the trail ride in Nacogdoches, Texas, the biggest trail ride in the state. You go to other states like Louisiana, Alabama. It might just be something in the South, but here in the South, it's big. Like that's a big thing. And I
Right,
know people that are
right, but
city people that actually come out there and they learning the things that we do in trail rides. So I can't
right,
say what it's like going to Tennessee or going up in the Midwest areas because I just know what it's like here in the South.
right. Well, then that's the exception to the rule because in most cases, when you look at you know things that we did as kids, the way we grew up as kids in today's era, it for most intents and purposes, it ain't going on no more. You know what I'm saying? You look at how kids used to actually play out in the neighborhoods, back in the day, man. With this social media age and technology, all the kids are indoors now with their face in a phone, a laptop, a computer, or whatever the case may be. You know, there's not that interaction that there used to be. You know what I'm saying? So the only way you can develop a sense of community is you got to interact, and not just once a year, not just at the annual whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to interact constantly. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel 503, because in this age of technology and social media and all of that, everybody is an individual by themselves with them and that device in their hand. You know, and that's just the way. That's why I'm saying I feel him, and I don't think it's ever gonna be the same because
Nah, it ain't.
technology gonna keep
Now,
progressing.
Yeah,
I will
yeah. But
say,
I was always a proponent of saying it's dumbing down the mass public.
Real
In the
talk.
day, the smartphone is dumbing down the mass public, but we need to get back to teaching and manifest them. And now you was touching on Stay Ready when you said you used to do some gardening. That's something we need to start teaching once again because we need to grow our own food. We own our own grocery stores. That's fine, but all grocery stores that are carrying produce aren't carrying an exact produce. They're not organic. The different type of pesticides that are harmful in the long run for our bodies, and it's
I agree.
manifesting in all these diseases we're contracting.
I agree 100%. That if I had kids, believe me, somebody's mic is like sound like they playing tic tac toe with the microphone. But I 100% agree. That's why if I had kids, believe me, I would teach my kids all about survival because I want you to be able to grow your own foods. I want you to have a green thumb. I want you to be able to be out in the woods and fuck the boys, whatever the camp the
The
what
Boy
is that
Scout.
shit?
The Boy Scout.
Fuck the Boy Scouts. They don't teach you enough. I never been a Boy Scout, but I know the shit that they teach you that you can't learn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I go out and if my grandfather taught me how to go out in the woods. I went camping when I was young, camp. I in the woods with just me and him in a tent, waking up, cooking food on an open fire, shit like that, hunting for your food with guns. The only thing I'm not prolific with a bow and arrow, but I still plan on learning on my own. You know what I'm saying? I want to teach these, kids how to survive because you never know. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this right now. I do believe a civil war is brewing. I do. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen next year, this year, 3 years down the line. It's gonna happen sooner than later, though. And I do feel that, and I do feel one day that all this we're gonna have to utilize what we learn, and that's where a
Hmm.
lot of that's what a lot of is gonna hurt people is because they don't know how to
Hmm.
survive.
Must be
Even
prepared.
yeah,
Prepared.
even if it ain't a civil war, what if we go to war with Korea? Let's just say they send an EMP, and that's real possible with technology. And now you don't got no phone, you don't got no electricity, you don't got no running water. Now you
Hmm.
got to learn how to really survive on your own. We do. need to learn how to do that, because I guarantee you, most of the people that's and nothing against being from the city 503, but people from the city not gonna know how to survive, because what they're gonna what most of the time you do have a sense of survival in you already, but when it comes to people in the country, we've been there
Yeah.
more often than not. But one thing I will say about us being from the hood is we know how to be without our essentials. We
Right.
do, and we know how to live without that. But when it comes to other tactics, like going out to find food, going out to dealing with shelter, and protecting yourself from the environment, not so much as something else. No, that's where the issues count, and we do need to teach people survival tactics.
You know, dig.
You know, and you know, ending on that note, 5 minutes, we got to 78 coming up, and I want to get everybody last words, man. I appreciate everybody that came through, and I don't want to send a big shout out to my big brother Fanon and Don for blessing my channel today. A shout out to Blood Boxing and Scrapbook Boxing that was on my channel today. And if anybody that's on this channel ain't following them, I don't even know what's wrong with you.
I just subscribed to Scrapbook today.
Yeah, Scrapbook is a historian of the game, and everybody
one of the greatest historians with that.
And Fanon was actually the very first channel that I listened to in the LDBC on YouTube. And that's why I respect Fanon to the fullest. But yeah, let me go ahead and start getting these last words. Hey, fool, look, let me get your last words, because you've been quiet as hell. I just need to make sure you good, and if you still there.
Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm just whatchamacallit, having my hands in the cookie jar. But anyway,
it must be a Cape Verdean.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But anyhow, you know, thanks for having me on, man. I think maybe once every month we should just have a show for this purpose. You know, it doesn't have to be every week. It can just be like every month, and like maybe like at the end of the month we can just recap like all the events that happened in that month, you know, that had to do with us as people. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a thought. But shout outs to the whole LDBC again. Shout outs to Houston, New York, Philly, Texas, Bay Area, Canada, London. And yeah, man, thank you again.
Man, salute, bro. All right, fella, let me get your last word.
Yeah, once again, respect for shooting that.
What happened? You disappeared, bro.
I disappeared.
Yeah. It just got real quiet.
Am I back? You hear me now?
No.
Damn. Well, yo, still, let's just end it off like that. Stay ready already.
And see, I can hear you now. I don't know what you did differently then. But there you go.
Like, talk real still.
Yeah, you might have to be
talk
still
in one spot. Yeah.
But go ahead, bro.
But respect for shooting me that link. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. I wasn't on here for too long, but I appreciate discussing these topics with the man them, the ladies and man them. And yeah, real talk. We need to stay ready. You know what I mean? Because you never know when the world can turn upside down. So yeah, we need to get up on our life skills and, you know what I mean? Stay ready.
Salute. Rough House done burnt out real quick. But y'all go follow that boy Rough House, man. You know, there you go. I knew he was coming back. Go ahead, Rough House.
Man, I got raptured. Dang.
Well, you came back quick.
Man, that's what's up, man. Hey, but as always, man, you know I love rocking out with the big homie. Stay ready, man. And if y'all ain't
Already.
subscribed to Stay Ready, man, you slipping on your penny. Real talk, man. You need to get some act right. Uh, Hit that subscribe button, you know what I'm saying, and that bell icon, you know what I'm saying, smash the like button for the big homie. Hey, salute to everybody that was on the panel. Hey, thank you for having me on, bro. Hey, and real quick, man, to everybody, man, if you got kids out there, hey, love on your kids, man. Love your kids. Establish a sense of self-worth in them, you know what I'm saying, that'll help them, you know, make decisions, good decisions, positive decisions when they're not in your presence, man. But the only way that's gonna happen is if we start instilling that self-worth in our kids, man. And shout out to the whole Lions Den boxing community. Emphasis on that word community, man. Y'all already know what it is. I am that boy Box. This is Rough House Boxing TV. Man, y'all like that good boxing talk, updates, breakdowns, and predictions? Make sure you stop by the house, man. Be sure to wipe your feet and close the door behind you. That's what's up. I'm out. Cheers.
Already. And to the other half of the Houston hard hitters, my bro, 503 line. Hey, we got something special coming for y'all real soon. Like, so y'all be looking out for the Houston hard hitters. Y'all gonna know when it happens. Cause I'm gonna put it out and I'm gonna let the whole subscriber base know it's finna go down. But 503, let me get your last words, look, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Salute to the to my boy, stay ready, man. My brother Mac, man. You better stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. You understand me, man? Salute to the whole panel. My boy R fella from the north side, Fooler. You know what I'm saying? Rough House straight out of Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Shakita. To appreciate my boy Fernando Dunn for blessing us with his presence, you know what I'm saying? Much love to him, man. And we working, man. You know, we didn't get to talk about boxing today, man, but that's all right though, because if you want to hear that good boxing talk, you can go over to Smoke City Mobcast at 8 o'clock Texas time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely gonna get into it on the Smoke City Mobcast tonight. So be sure to head over there right after you leave 78. If 78 going live at 7, you know what I'm saying? Be sure to go to Smoke City Mobcast, man. And fuck with me 503 line, man, straight out of Houston, Texas. One half of the Houston Hard Hitters, man. I'm gone. H-Town for real.
Yeah, and 78 literally just went live about Tyson Fury. And he probably talking about Tyson Fury and them working on the contract right now with the rematch with Wilder. I know we didn't get to touch on it today. Tomorrow we will be talking on that boxing talk. But this was one of them days I just really had to get some things off my chest. So I do want to let y'all know this won't be the last time we have these societal topics. You know, it ain't gonna always be about boxing when it comes to me, man. I want to make this channel diverse, but at the end of the day, it is a boxing channel. But it's so much that goes on in society that sometimes we just need to talk about because it weighs heavy on us. But I do appreciate everybody coming through. Shakita, BFTB, Fanon, Abel Mahari, CB Sports TV, 503, Fooler, Rough House, the Odd Fella, Act, who ain't on the channel, but he in the comments. And La La D, I said what I said, and I meant what I said. I do. Michelle, yeah, she can. And I'm talking about Obama. Yes, she can. And I said what I said, and I meant that. And I ain't deleting this. I want the world to know. But hey, salute to everybody that came through, man. Salute to the chat. And if you in my chat, I might want to make sure y'all must go check out the Smoke City Mobcast tonight at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, at 6 o'clock Pacific time. We will be live tonight with the host, Junior the Truth, my boy. Man, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Smoke City Mobcast and check that out tonight. And subscribe to everybody that's been on my panel today. You know, it's a blessing to be blessed with so many brothers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't think the same. So you got a diverse reaction to topics today, and that's what make the LDBC great because you don't have a bunch of people that think the same. Even if we got the same agreements, we still don't have the same thought process because you got many different thought process with this particular topic that we talked on today. But I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Y'all smash that like button. hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you can be a part of the notification game and get a notification every time I go live or drop some topic. Because I'm probably gonna drop a video tonight, later on tonight, man, about the Tyson Fury rematch. Because I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I'm looking forward to that rematch, and I'm looking forward to a decapitation of Dominic Brazil. Y'all know what it is. But hey, I'll be back same time tomorrow with the usual suspects, and y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matt with Stay Ready Boxing TV, man. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. One.
Peace.
Peace.